Welcome to Moonshine Music Ultravolt. We got Steve Darbro and John Bittner. Did I do all the pronunciations correct?
Correct. It was amazing.
I mean, that's what we get here. It's high quality, high end podcasting from
Right
the
to the
top.
yeah, straight to the top.
Perfect. First time.
So welcome to the National Road Music Series.
Yeah.
It's I mean, Steve, you were on before with Midwest Contraband, but that's been a while.
It's been a few years. Yeah, it's been a while.
So we got like a different band here, Ultravolt.
Different venue.
Yeah, totally different venue. We're at the H.J. Ricks Center for the Arts, National Road Music Series. What do you guys think of the theater?
Really nice sound so far.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound great.
Yeah, cozy, and you can tell it has a lived-in feel.
Lived-in feel. Is that
A
what
lot
you
of
go for?
what's happening in here.
I mean, yeah, don't even want to know what all's happening. You know?
Right.
many years of all kinds of people coming to play through a theater like this. So how did you guys like make this Ultravolt thing happen? What was the impetus? What got you all started down the road of being what you are?
I'll let John take that. He's the one who kind of started the ball rolling.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't find a keyboardist for the longest time. I've been around Indianapolis, moved back, a few years ago, and couldn't find a keyboardist. So I figured I'd just buy my own synthesizer, and I went ahead and put an ad out online looking for somebody who wanted to jam in my my part of town and was interested in this sort of a project. So he answered, we auditioned, and we've been jamming ever since.
Oh.
Yeah, no, the funny thing about the post, though, that stuck out was he was, we'll tell him what some of the requirements were.
Yeah, I said, can you practice in Westfield, and can you play anything other than guitar?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I like that ad.
Yeah, that was
So he
what caught my eye. I was like, no guitar. Whoa.
So I figured out how to do the hybrid drum synthesizer thing, and it all happened during lockdown too, So
Right.
So we're another one of those bands, another one of those acts that was born of, the pandemic.
Pandemic band.
Man, we need to do that about every decade just for the creativity.
Oh yeah, no, that was the best 2 weeks of my life.
Now, I mean, the other part of it where like 1 million people die, we'll
Well, yeah,
cut
that was
part
terrible.
out.
Yeah, no, we don't have to do that part.
that part.
Yeah. That part we can skip, right?
Yeah, no, that was no good. The 2 weeks though was great.
Yeah, so we practiced the first time, we got along really well, and he's definitely a capable player. And I gave him the options. I said, hey, I learned how to do this hybrid synthesizer drum set thing. What do you think? And then we also set up the classic drum set. We played some Nirvana and stuff like that. I actually left it up to him. I said, do you want to go this direction or that direction? So he's like, man, I think I want to go that. I think I want to go that way.
Do something unique, that's what I like to push the boundaries and try something new.
Yeah.
And it was something new for sure because it's not easy to write for that kind of setup. Usually you're like, oh, we're gonna do something that goes G, to C. But when you're talking to someone who's playing keyboards and drums at the same time, there's like a lot of logistics. You gotta make sure that he's playing a drum pattern that like it's not too syncopated, because then it's gonna mess up the timing. And so it took us a while to write the handful of songs we came up with at first. But once we hit the ground running, now we're just kind of outputting all sorts of stuff.
So is like a big album on the horizon? An album?
Yeah.
Funny you should mention.
Is it going to be like
Yes.
a double album, or is it because we're all sitting back waiting for the?
Well, we've got 2 EPs we've put out already, Lilac and Wine Dregs, and they're both really high class. We produced it with our producer friend Bubba Fontaine.
Bubba Fontaine.
Yeah, he's a genius. And we're getting ready to drop a new EP called Raisin.
The Raisin EP.
Yeah.
Get ready.
That'll be coming out like here in a couple days, but then beyond that, we're also set up a little studio in the basement, Studio DuPont, and we're just recording stuff on our own now. We're looking forward to putting stuff out, and that'll be the double album, Joe.
That will be the double album.
I mean, we're getting a third EP, and then later we're gonna get a double album. Everybody's gonna be like on their edge.
Everyone's
right?
Yeah, everybody should be satisfied at that point.
It might be too much. We'll see how this goes.
So, are you guys like? I noticed the purple blazers and black shirts and stuff. Is this like you have uniforms when you play? Is that you like? Because that's kind of an old school thing to do. Like bands back in the '60s used to like, oh, we're all going to dress alike, right?
We from the beginning we figured that purple would be our color, for our artwork and our attire, and we usually just wear one purple garment, you know, and some black pants. But since we got these for Halloween,
I mean,
season,
this
they're
is
pretty
this
right.
is like high class, man. I'm not
They're
gonna
pretty
I'm not
good.
gonna lie.
Oh yeah, no, we
So-
call this our suits era. Yeah, historians will
Yeah.
look back and be like, oh, that was their suit.
Right, the suit. Yeah, one of us is gonna have a mental breakdown, and then we're gonna start wearing
Yeah,
t-shirts.
yeah,
or
it was
something,
t-shirts
you
and
know.
suspenders or something.
Yeah,
Or like suspenders and no shirt.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's when we do our bluegrass face.
that's coming. That's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
So I seriously, like, it was literally like 6 degrees outside this morning. I go into this restaurant, and a guy is wearing a sweatshirt, some gym shorts, and flip-flops. And there's like 12 inches of snow on the ground, and I'm like, dude, when you step outside here and break your ankle, because you know how slippery those things are anyway, but like
Yeah,
you step on
flip-flops.
some ice, like when you break your ankle, this is all on you, buddy.
Yeah, it's all
Like,
new.
I got no sympathies.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe check the weather.
Yeah,
Or
I'm
check a calendar, maybe.
Yeah, check the calendar.
Right.
Like, it was literally 12 degrees. Oh, it was insane, right? What you know? You talking about you got the Raisin EP. Are you gonna do some of the songs off that this evening, or we?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What's the one song that you would go, hey, listen for this one this evening? Like this is it. Do you have one of those?
Oh yeah, I mean, well, that's our whole set's made of it. But in this case, though, yeah, you can look forward to a song, which will be the last song off of the Raisin EP. It's called "Gradual." We'll be playing that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good. That's probably our most catchy one.
All right.
People call that our sellout song because it's so accessible. But
You know, I mean, I feel like if you can sell out, do so.
Yeah.
right, not everybody can. That's for sure.
It's always the people bitching about sellouts that can't sell out. They like nobody wants to buy, right?
Yeah, but that said, the album we're working on, we're recording now. We're calling it our studio album. Even though we've recorded every album in the studio, but this one we're calling it the studio album because this time we're approaching the studio as its own kind of instrument, using production techniques, and we're kind of stepping away from the live approach. Everything we've recorded up till now was based off of what we do live. So this one's we're doing a little bit more overdubbing and kind of stuff like that, and kind of taking some experiments. And we're gonna be playing one song off that tonight too.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's something to look forward
Wow.
to. It's going to be a little bit darker. It's a little more avant-garde, but you know, we like to push ourselves.
Yeah.
I like it, man. I like it. So, are you guys ready to go out there and jam tonight?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, born ready.
Yeah.
Born ready. All right.
Still ready.
Well, it was great to have you on the show. Thanks for doing it. This is Ultravolt, and you're going to see him right now on Moonshine and music.
That's right.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Joe.
Moonshine and Music is produced by Joe Shelton. Our cameraman, grip, and stunt double is Brent Lee Smith. Artwork by Bailey Shelton. Production crew, Patrick Zabriskie, Ray Hoskins, and special thanks to the Owens family. Also thanks to the H.J. Ricks Center for the Arts, Tony Seiler and Heather Warren staff for all of their assistance in our National Road Music Series shows. Moonshine and Music is copyright 2025, all rights reserved. Hope to see you next time on Moonshine and Music.